Furlet Consortium is going ahead with its plans to sue the Citadel Council to remove unfair limits on the intergalactic slave trade. A Furlet spokesman had this to say.
Slavery is an inextricable part of the Batarian caste system. By limiting the slave trade, the Council is limiting our cultural rights.
The Council is scheduled to hear arguments over the next few weeks. Furlet representatives do not expect the Council to take the culturally sensitive option. Breaking news! The weekly death toll numbers are in, and they're not looking good. The last report placed the station's murder rate at 89, up 5 from the previous week. The newest report places the death toll at just 73, with experts blaming the Council's threatened limits on the slave trade for the lower number. With 80% of all bets placed on the over this week, this news could sink Omega's economy. Experts say the smart money's on the over for next week's report. A human colony called Freedom's Progress has been attacked by unknown sources, marking yet another in the chronicle of the humans' failure to defend their own colonies. The Alliance has dispatched aid and transport vessels in an effort to ease the suffering among the ruins of the human colony. Raiders and pirates have already jumped on the opportunity, staking out the routes that lead to Freedom's Progress. Record windfalls are expected. Plague in the slums. Is this the end for Omega's poor? Omega's destitute and pathetic are dying in their own filth. Some people demand that something be done. Mostly those whose loved ones live in the slums. Solarian researcher Morden Solus thinks he has the answer, but he's wasting his time. The plague is the answer. The answer to the endless sea of sentient waste that populates those slums. Let those people fall to the Vorcha. The hunt is on for Omega's public enemy #1, and this time, there is no escape. Merc groups from all over the Terminus systems are recruiting for assaults on the notorious Archangel in an attempt to kill the meddling bastard once and for all. Who is he? Who gives a shit? He'll be dead soon enough, and the ones who take him down will be living like kings. Aria Talok, she's Omega's #1 citizen. But what do we really know about her? If you have any doubts about her right to rule Omega, send your name and address to the address on your screen for a free information package. With your help, we can make damn sure that the people who should rule Omega do so. Act now for Omega's future. The Vorcha, a blight on Omega's society or a boon for the station's depressed labor market? A new study of the Vorcha's adaptive capabilities shows that with the proper treatment, young Vorcha can be molded into productive members of society. The study, sponsored by Genera Staffing Services, promises to redefine the way we look at the Vorcha who clog our walkways. Could that vagrant someday become an asset? An airborne vaccine was released into the slums following a campaign of violence against the Vorcha squatters who had taken up residence in the plague-ridden district. All residents aboard the station should feel free to do whatever they can to control any plague-ridden Vorcha trying to flee from the sewers. If violence isn't your thing, and you see diseased Vorcha, contact Genera Relocation for a free consultation. Notorious troublemaker Archangel is no more. Blue Sun reports that mercenaries in their employ were responsible for the death of Omega's public enemy number 1. Eclipse and Blood Pact representatives contest the claim, stating that no identifiable corpse remained, and thus no group can claim responsibility for Archangel's death. Regardless, this news is a major boon for Omega. All business can finally resume as usual. Reports from the slums claim that the plague that incapacitated the residents is now gone. In other news, the human colony on Horizon has been attacked. Another in a series of human failures to colonize worlds deeper in the galaxy. The Council has pledged to search far and wide for the perpetrators of the attack, a move that should not surprise anyone. A message for those who carried out the attack on the helpless human colony: well done. Don't give those upstarts a moment to breathe. The Council has blamed the attacks on Batarian slave traders or random pirates. No one has come forward to claim responsibility, rendering those theories weak and groundless.
You will all perish in fire and radiation. Let those who think themselves worthy come unto him and be judged. The word is clear. The lesser races will be punished. Only the pure shall ascend into righteousness. Be ye warned. The end times are coming, and you are not prepared.
Paid for by the followers of the exalted light of the Word.
Need companionship, but want something more than a one-night arrangement? We're here to help. Katanos Relationships was created with one purpose: to connect lonely clients with a lifelong commitment to their perfect mates. Choose from among hundreds of potential relationships ranging from the demure to the deranged, the kind to the kinky. With Katanos Relationships, you never have to compromise your vision of what your love should be.
Got a dangerous job that needs doing or employees that just won't work? Let us help. I'm Ruthos Genera, CEO of Genera Staffing Services. We employ a large force of driven, dedicated Vorcha workers ready to address your security needs. We have the largest number of breeding females and unadapted younglings in the Terminus systems, and we can produce Vorcha workers to your specifications.
The Nemean abyss yawns wide. Will you be the one to fill it? Dartan Manufacturing has opened offices all over the Sinkalar cluster and beyond, preparing to drive civilization into the unconquered reaches of the abyss. Only the bravest, most qualified, and most dedicated people will survive in the harsh reaches of the most untamed sector of the galaxy.
If you're that type of person, apply to Dartan Manufacturing today and look into the abyss.
Only 4 months left until the entertainment event of the century, Becky Burlesque. Join Bakanja Tash and his sexy sextet as they light up the afterlife and soothe the savage beasts of Omega. You won't believe what these girls get up to and how low they'll go. For tickets, contact Kalyat box offices or buy direct from the Afterlife ticket office. You won't believe your eyes.
Imagine this. You're in the Nexus. It's late. And the only one around is that screeching prophet and a few Vorcha scratching for food. Suddenly, a shot. Red-hot lifeblood pours from a wound in your back. As your life ebbs away, the attacker leans forward, hoists your valuables and says,
Good thing he didn't have a Devlon stinger.
Devlon Industries. Find sidearms for your personal protection.
The Vorcha. Ruthless parasites on the hard-working men and women of Omega. If you've got Vorcha problems, there's only one thing to do. Get rid of them. Genera Relocation Services will design and execute a 3, 4, or 5-part plan to confront your nagging Vorcha problem and remove it entirely. And it's safe and humane. In all our long history, not a single client has been harmed by Genera Relocation Services or our methods. Call today. Get rid of your Vorcha hassles forever.
Where did you get that fantastic new visor?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Harrods.
Oh, I love that place. But I always thought Harrod only sold stuff for men.
Oh no, Harrod has something for everyone. He also sold me this spice rack shaped like a mining scanner.
That's great!
Restrained exasperation, come to my store. It's not just boring junk anymore.
Merc life got you down. Ready to give it all up and go into hiding in the abyss? Don't. Nalinox Security and Enforcement is looking for experienced, assertive individuals to carry out highly lucrative operations within Citadel space. Travel the galaxy and help conquer it, one piece at a time, with Nalinox.
Reference is essential. Not hiring snipers, artillerists, or mail carriers. Nalinox may not be looking for experienced or assertive individuals.